in our relentless pursuit for life on other planets, we look at water and potential for water. We've seen pictures of icing on the poles, a type of icing, not as we would know it, but what is the evidence for water on Mars, and maybe some of the past evidence that shows you there could have been water flowing? Has there been anything presented in some of the latest information?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the icing that you're seeing on the poles happens every Martian winter. And you can actually see it with a backyard telescope if you look at the right time. We see it on both the North and the South Pole. What you're seeing there is actually CO2 ice. It's actually carbon dioxide. And the poles get, those ice caps on the poles, they get larger and they get smaller according to the season. And we can see that in Curiosity's air pressure sensors. As that carbon dioxide transfers from a solid phase into a gas phase, it adds to the atmosphere. And we'll see atmospheric pressure go up during the summer months. And then it precipitates down, actually snows, dry ice on the poles during the winter months when it gets colder. Mars has seasons because it has an axial tilt, just as Earth has an axial tilt. It's very, very similar. But as far as evidence for water is concerned, it's really in the geology. The geology is, it tells us the story of what happened in the past on Mars. Where we landed Curiosity was an area that was formerly the bottom of a large river system. It was at the bottom of an alluvial fan, and that's kind of a funnel-shaped pattern. If you've ever seen satellite photos, color satellite photos of the Mississippi River Delta as it dumps out into the Gulf of Mexico, you see that triangle. That's all that sediment that's been collected up along the Mississippi River. Well, that's the Martian version of, or we landed on the Martian version of that. It's all dry there now. We're not seeing evidence of liquid water, but we're seeing the geologic evidence of it. So one of the very first photos that came back from Curiosity after it landed was of these rounded pebbles. Well, those don't form round. Those are rounded as a part of a water process that's picking up and moving them along and rounding them off. And we found lots and lots of that. So through study of the geology and the chemistry of those rocks as well, that's what told us that it was fresh water, determined that the area that Curiosity landed in was probably about knee-deep in water a couple million years ago. The idea that Mars was once a very different place and a lot wetter and perhaps a lot greener, that is one of the things that Curiosity found pretty quickly after its landing time.